right, so Brooklyn is going to be interesting because we've got three, well, quote unquote, superstars with a lot of uncertainty as well. Um,
Who's your starters?
um, yeah, this is probably the starters. I mean, Kyrie, Seth, Curry, Ben Simmons, KD, and Claxton. I think those are solid starters already. I don't see, for Claxton, I don't see anyone going over him in terms in the center position. I'm not sure if they're gonna go small and maybe play Markeith there. Um, yeah, but I think this is it. This is probably the starting lineup for
I
them.
agree. I agree with you. I agree with you there. So I guess we can
No,
go right away to Durant and Irving, Kyrie and Ben, because we have to talk about them given what happened in the off season and Brooklyn and everything else.
yeah,
Kevin Durant, how confident are you in picking him? Where do you pick him?
I
What?
still think he's worth a first round pick, Kevin Durant. I still feel that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not comfortable picking him in the top five.
Mm-hmm.
But past that, maybe the 8th, 9th, 10th spot, I might, get him there, try to get him there. I know those spots are what? Tatum's, right? The Tatum's, the Trey Youngs, maybe.
Steph.
Um, yeah, Steph, but Steph would probably go within that top five, six. Um, I don't see any reason why, I can see some people picking Durant over Jason Tatum. I don't I think Durant can be picked over what? Who else in the first round? The Lamelos, I guess.
Yeah, he's over Lamelo, Tatum, Trey Young, over Halliburton. I think those guys, Lillard. So I think Durant is
Trey
over.
Young, I still might consider Trey Young over just because of the assist that Trey Young gives and the durability as well. But other than that, I think Durant still lords over the other guys.
I again, I'm not comfortable only because of the injury risk, but he's clear cut per game number two in fantasy per
Yeah.
game per game. We're not talking about totals, but because of the uncertainties, if you can get him at six, I think he's well. I got the sixth pick in the
In the
I
fantasy,
think
the Black Mamba League.
Black Mamba, yeah. So maybe I'm giving away too much, but yeah, if you can get him at six, I think you should be happy. I've been going back and forth with the first round, and then the second round in my head for the past few days. I think KD, he has to prove something. He, I'm going narratives now. He has something to prove. He has something to prove, and given that his stock really went down, his
So there's no way KD should drop second round. There's no way. I also don't
drop
think
where?
the second round.
Oh yeah, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
even
no,
think he
no.
drops past the 10th. There's no way he
Yeah,
should be
no,
dropping past the 10th. Like we said,
no way.
we talked about the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th picks. Lots of uncertainties in those positions. Plus, there's really no clear cut. Even if you pick someone like Halliburton, even if you pick someone like Lamelo, they're pretty much the same risk as Durant. Lamelo is really not known as a very durable player. We've seen last year he got injured, came back, wasn't really the same Lamelo when he started, right? Tyrese is
Yeah,
really he has good fantasy game, but not proven yet. you know
agree.
the
Yeah,
percentages could be bad too, like when he owns the team. We've seen that in Indiana, like where he shoots what, 5 of 16, 5 of 17. These things would not happen with Durant. So yeah, I don't think you should think twice. He shouldn't be dropping past the 10th. Now Kyrie though is a different situation, I guess. Kyrie,
um, okay.
there's lots of, he'll really make you think twice
Do
a
you
lot
agree
of
he's a
times.
first rounder per game?
Based from what he showed last year, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Based from what he showed last year, the per game stuff, he said what, a 60-point game, right? And he
Yeah.
was
He averaged 27 points, 5 assists, 1.4 steals, 3.4 turnovers, 92% free throw shooting, only 2 turnovers a game. He's first rounder. He's a first rounder. But of course, we're not gonna pick him in the first round. We we know that.
that's always been the problem of Kyrie. And Kyrie, the thing with Kyrie, and the thing that managers should watch out for, Kyrie has always been picked in really good value positions because people have always been afraid of him. People have always, I mean, 2 3 years ago he's been picked what, late second round, right? There were times he's picked late second round, mid second round, but he's always, gone past that per game.
So what pick is it that when you're there and he's there, you pick him?
I probably late second round. I'm willing to take the chance there.
Give me a number. Like you're there, he's there. Yeah, I'm taking a chance.
22, 23, 24.
So at 22, like if
Yeah,
he's still there, you're gonna go for it.
yeah. And especially if I have a solid first rounder. I mean, if you have Jokic, for example, or Giannis,
Yeah. If you have Jokic or Giannis,
because that's
no,
where
no.
you're gonna pick, right? If you have Jokic,
Yes.
your next pick is the 24th. If you're in the 12th team, right? Maybe not if you're in the 14th team. If he drops further beyond 24, then I'll probably that's better for you.
Actually, I'm gonna just say that I've been thinking about it. Pairing him with Jokic is a perfect way to start your draft. If he pans out, plays 60. Actually, if he plays 65 games, 60 to 65 games, he's gonna end up first round even in totals. That's
Yeah.
how good he is. That's how good he is. So, if you
There's
pair him with Jokic,
there's
perfect.
a saying, right? When you're investing, when others are fearful, you should be greedy. And I think this applies to Kyrie. Everyone's gonna be fearful of Kyrie. Everyone's fearful of Kyrie every single year. And I've seen him drop to what, 28, 27 in the drafts. And he's always played better than that, way better than that. So I think everyone would, the more that the bad news about Kyrie is there, the better for some of the fantasy managers who are willing to take the risk. The key here is that pair him with maybe a low risk player. I think that's the
Yes.
key here for Kyrie. Even if you
Yeah.
don't get full Kyrie for the whole season, at least you have a solid first round pick. Then
Don't
um, do you would you pick him first round though?
first round pick,
Yeah, late
Kyrie?
first round.
No.
Yeah.
No, no. We will not pick Kyrie in the first round. I don't care if he's first round value. That's just too risky. I agree with you. If he's still actually, I'm higher than you. If he's there at 18, 19, I might consider if I got like Harden dropped to me, or maybe not Harden, maybe somebody like Giannis dropped to me at maybe 6 or 7,
That's
and
not
then
gonna
will come back.
happen. It's not gonna
You
happen.
can't say it can't happen
No,
because
that's not.
we've
Come
seen.
on, six,
No, no,
seven,
no. Because
Yanis.
after Jokic, I've seen go number two. I've seen Luka go number two. I've seen a lot of different uh opinions from managers. So at number 6, there's a chance Giannis falls to you. There's a chance. I will guarantee you there's a chance. There will be leagues where you can get Giannis at number 6. And if that happens, well, I'm just saying 6 because I have the 6th pick. So I'm talking about it in that sense. But if I'm like 5th or 4th and I got Giannis, yeah, because the other options there are Embiid, right, and Harden, and
Yeah,
those guys are a little bit, well, yeah, a little bit injury prone, so maybe not a good pairing with Kyrie. So I'm
yeah.
more comfortable with
You
maybe a
probably won't
Giannis or
do
a
that.
Carl
Yeah,
Anthony Towns or a Carl Anthony Towns. You can pair that too.
that's a
That
that's a
that
nice
combo.
combo. Yeah, that's a nice
Yeah,
combo as well. Now the third guy is probably going
Simmons.
to be another question mark when it comes to the draft would be Ben Simmons. Where do you pick him? We haven't seen him. He came from an injury. We initially thought that it was just a mental thing with him, just not ready or trying to hold out. But He got surgery for his back. That means he was really injured. At least the benefit of the doubt is there. Now
Surgery.
Simmons pre-injury, I mean pre last year, what was a second rounder, right? Late second round,
Yeah, late
right?
second round
Late
to
second
third
round.
round, I
I
think.
mean, on a 14 team league, not really on a 12 team. Probably on a 12 team, maybe a third round guy.
In terms of draft, yes. He was probably in a 14 team late second round, but in terms of rank, if you don't want the other categories he's weak at, he's probably lower than that.
Yeah.
Because he can't shoot 3 pointers, he can't, his free throws bad. So that's big. That's two categories plus turnovers that's gonna hurt him.
So
But
now, how do
because
you treat him?
now,
Yeah.
I see him right now. He's 92nd in Yahoo. that that's kind of insane, right? That's kind of low. But I'm not a fan of his game unless I'm punting free throws. So if I'm punting, I might take a chance on him. If somehow my team starts to go towards the punting free throw area, then if it's right, he's there at the late in the 70s, 80s, he's worth it. But if I'm not punting, I might just, pass. I might just pass.
So much uncertainty with Ben Simmons. We haven't seen him play for more than a year. So, um,
Yeah.
and we know his free throws are bad. We saw that he didn't want to shoot. The last memory of we had of Ben Simmons was not good. He wasn't even shooting. So, I mean, we don't know if that carries on to the season. Him not shooting, especially with players like Kyrie, Kevin Durant, right? He probably won't have the ball as much when he was in Philly pre James Harden. So
There are talks that he's gonna play center. There are talks. There are rumors that they might try him at center. I
yeah,
don't know.
and what does that do for his fantasy value? I mean, what will he contribute there? I mean, um, so we don't know. Lots of uncertainty. Personally, I'm not gonna be trying to pick him whatever value there is. Maybe outside 100, yeah, but within that 100, if there are better, safer options, I'll probably go with those guys. Um, but the potential is there. But again, like I said, if he's gonna be playing with Kyrie and KD, I just don't see him, giving out great value wherever he is picked, and lots of risk.
Yeah.
Players who might surprise you. So probably Ben
Not
Simmons,
sure.
the guy that you probably stay away with. I
Yeah, stay away. Definitely, it's Ben Simmons. Unless you're still thinking of drafting Markieff Morris, but
or you're still thinking of drafting TJ Warren.
yeah, or TJ Warren. Those guys, no, don't stay away from those guys. But Ben Simmons, I could see it's the most stay away already here. But again, as I said, I find value in that low rank he has. If I am punting free throws, I'm willing to take that chance because his value really skyrockets. And I I just feel like this Brooklyn team might have some motivation as a team to do well. So maybe. But yeah, stay away. The biggest here is Ben Simmons. Break out or of course Nick Claxton.
Yeah.
It's a given. There are a lot of questions between Claxton, Isaiah Jackson, those Walker Kessler and everybody else. I think Claxton is the best among them. For one, there's nobody ahead. The only worry I have is that if they trade somebody within the season, they might get I don't know maybe an Aiton back like if it doesn't work out and in the middle of the season they trade Durant and then Aiton's eligible to be traded already, they go back to Phoenix and they do that trade, which can happen, and then now Claxton becomes a backup. But for now, yeah, I don't see anybody there
Yeah.
that's gonna challenge Claxton.
Top 100 though.
He could be top 100. If it stays this way, if the depth chart stays this way, I can see him going top 100. I'm not picking him top 100 because there's no value in doing that. I see him lasting until 120, 110 to 120. He's still there. He's still there. Even if he's a hype guy, he's available there. I'm gonna pick him there
All
and
right.
get value there.
Pretty much that's the depth chart. I mean, the other guys, Joe Harris is coming off an injury. I'm not sure how effective he's gonna be. Maybe Royce O'Neal
Especially.
is the other because he's been, the utility guy in Utah, but he probably won't be starting here. So that,
Yeah.
drops his value as well. So no one really enticing. Maybe Cam Thomas, uh, some players to look out for and
Maybe
see if they
Dayron.
stay hot.
Dayron
They're
Sharp.
sharp.
Over Sharp over Thomas because, well, as I said, Claxton doesn't have anybody to compete with, and Sharp is the next guy. Over the other guys you mentioned, I think it should be Sharp.
Yeah,